G'day folks, Catherine here, your on-the-spot reporter. We're just on the little backup camera today. We're here, that's looking south down Fitzgerald Avenue, and this is Cashel Street, that's looking towards the city. So we're on the northwest corner here. This is the site of the old Fitzgerald Tavern, Fitz, which burnt down. I think it might have been a kitchen fire or something. But it burnt down a number of years ago now, and it sat empty for several years, just empty and burnt out, partly burnt out. It's being rebuilt with these multi-use and good on them units. There are apartments upstairs, and there's a limited amount of shops downstairs, small shop businesses or something. And yeah, that's something we could do with a few more of that. As you see, they're pretty much just finishing off now. They've done. We've got some wire fences here. My complaints with the landscaping. Now obviously it's a huge multi-million-dollar project. What was one hotel and car park is becoming, goodness, I don't know. Is there 20 units here, 30 units, whatever. Yes, it costs a lot to build, but there's a lot of profit here. Somebody's walking away with quite a few $1 million in their back pocket once all these are sold. They've got this raised thing here. And they've got this native tree. I'll put you through just so you see through the wires there. So it's raised up over a metre, native tree, that will probably become huge and try to push out all those bricks with its roots and whatever, so that's maybe not the best landscaping choice. It's been staked up with two, now I call them star pickets, some people call them Waratahs, Waratah with a W, that's actually Australian, it's a native plant in the Protea family. I think there's a brand name of them. They're commonly used for sheep fences, not at the corners, which they put a lot of strain on, but use them in between the corner posts for sheep fencing. So they're steel, they're triangular shaped, or they're three-sided, like a three-sided star, I don't know. You hammer them in with a sledgehammer. Now the only thing is, of course, in 10 or 20 or 30 years, the way a tree grows, it'll grow around that. And then I've added traffic noises just for the realistic environment. And someone will grow, some gardener comes along, landscaper in 20 years time, with a chainsaw, and goes straight into the steel star picket there, and ends up wearing a chainsaw around their face. So, why oh why would you use two star pickets? So I think they're about $9 each retail price, just to steady a tree for its first year of growth or so. You can use instead a couple of untreated wooden timber stakes, which will cost you less, and which eventually over time will just rot away at the ground. And I have seen cases of trees growing around a wooden pole of some kind, but again, if someone comes along with a chainsaw 20 years later, they're just cutting from one wood into another. And here we're coming along to one of these front doors. I'm not sure, I think these are going to be the excuse me, we're right on the footpath here, so I think this is where the limited amount of you know, commercial, retail, whatever space is available. These small units could be a professional office or something. And again, this little wee garden bed that they got by the front door, okay, that all looks very pretty. Again, they put some native plant that's a bit, not what I would have put in, but anyway, something will probably become a huge tree, given it's already about 5 feet high. And look, there's two star pickets, or Waratahs, two steel fence posts. Two steel fence posts to secure a little wee tree for the first year of growth. Why not just one or two wooden stakes? Yep, well, we'll move on. Their little garden bed's got nothing. I realise it's blocked off from the northern sun. So, for an example, if someone were to put an orange lemon mandarin tree there, it would not survive. It would not thrive. It would be on the edge of death. You need something that can take shade for most of the day, and you know, not direct sun. You know, you don't want to put something there like a blackcurrant bush, because then you're looking at dead stick for 6 months of the year. Here we go again, here's another one, same kind of native tree with the star pickets or the Waratahs. I do apologise, I am only on the backup camera today. Now this one, of course, your brick walls on the other side. Although this would not be an ideal place, you could put things there that need more sun. Example might be a lemon tree. Of course, thing with being right by the footpath, if you put an orange or mandarin tree there, I think people walking down the footpath will probably help themselves. And they'll probably help themselves before the fruit's even ripe, and nobody will get the benefit of anything. These people have just got gravel, or stones. Actually, to be fair, that gives access to a gate. Okay. Could be a place to put rubbish bins. Small rubbish bins. So these people have got a gate, but they got a tiny little garden bed. That's weird. You could actually put a bungalow palm there. Once they get going, they go straight up. I'll actually give you more of a distance. Actually, yeah, I'll do this to make a point. So here's a little wee garden bed. So what is it? It's about 1.5 metres by 1/2 metre. So you want something that's not going to be too, you know, pulling the path up and pushing the roots with its roots and all that over time. The bungalow palm, now that only has a very skinny trunk and tends to go straight up. Now if we look straight up, there is an overhang of about 1 metre of the building compared to where the soil is. So if you, but there's a thing about plants in general and the way the palms grow, is that if you put a palm in the middle of there, as it grew up naturally, and although the fronds would be hanging out a little bit in your way at first when they were little, and as it gets up, it'll actually lean out in a gentle curve. A lot of people don't realise that. And instead of a palm with a dead straight trunk, you'll have one with a gentle curve in it, which would be quite curious in itself. Oh, the liquor land was a separate business, obviously. We'll keep going. Oh, this is what I noticed. I first saw this the other day. I was walking from the other direction, and I'm not sure if this particular piece of land where the boundary goes, but yeah, we've got I don't know, some evergreen thing. Okay, it's nice evergreen. It'll look nice all year round. That's good. To be fair, they've got some grass seeded there. Looks like a nice wee bit of lawn that's getting established. They've given a wee bit of water because it is summer. Christchurch and much of Canterbury tends to have a dry summer. So you can see how the liquor land's over there, and that's seeing sort of like the car park area of what had been the regional hotel. So, you know, we'll give them some brownie points. They've done quite well in some respects, and we certainly need more apartment or unit type housing. And it's good if the ground floor, if it's right by the footpath, can do a little bit of retail of some kind, whether it be professional services or something. The advert's gone for these places. There was a poster saying, you know, how many were 2 or 3 bedroom units and how many had the sort of ground floor access intended for a bit of a semi-commercial kind of use, as permitted under whatever zoning there was. But I just sort of thought the landscaping, mate, why use Waratahs? Why use these star picket, these steel fence posts, retail price about $9 each, instead of just using like 2 untreated wooden posts which last for 1 year, maybe 2 years in the ground, then they'll just rot off. You've made a headache. And don't think you can just pull these out easy enough. Farmers do actually, you can buy a piece of equipment to pull these out. It's quite expensive. It's got a whole little cams and levers and things in it, and you have to slip it over it and gradually inch it up out of the soil. They bind very tightly with the soil, so those star pickets stay in there for 10 or 20 or 30 years, and by that time they will be a problem. So anyway, there we go. Looks like there's We got 2-storey units over towards the back there a little bit, and 3-storey along this edge here. I do apologise, I've got the backup camera which has the worst viewfinder on earth. It should be called an unviewfinder, but it's the compact camera that is the backup camera. And a small shopping centre here. This has all been here. No, this was a rebuild after the earthquake. I remember there was a big sort of like a barn building. I'd never been inside, it was Liquorland. And after the earthquake, you walk anywhere near here and you just got the smell of like spilled wine. So you could have, I'm talking about the big earthquake in February 22nd, 2011, and it got rebuilt, as you see, with a new building with a Liquorland at one end. We've got a laundromat there. It doesn't take any cash, you've got to use a card. And Anytime Fitness on the takes up that end half. I don't know what hours they're open. I don't know what hours they're open. Oh mate, you've got to try. And to be fair, their lawn's established really well. There used to be a huge cabbage tree on the corner here. Now there's just that traffic light control box by the look of it. But previously, but that lawn's established well. I've seen a few weeds in it in the past, and the weeds are gone now, so it's clearly it's getting maintained. And our sign. So there you go. That's the units that are the site that used to be the Fitzgerald Hotel, or the Fitzgerald Tavern. They had gambling there, like almost all hotels in New Zealand. They had a kitchen, they did meals of some kind, and I got a funny feeling the fire was suspected to have started in the kitchen. And they had quite a nice outdoor sort of dining or sitting area for when the weather was fine. There was quite a large outdoor area, like a decking, with glass walls and chairs and tables. I'd only actually been in there once, I think, but that was just another matter. Righto folks, traffic's getting up a bit, about 10:30 AM here we are. On, ooh, now there's a date you don't get very often. It is Thursday, you tend to get a Thursday about one in every 7 days I reckon. The 29th of February 2024. So it's not often I'll use that date. Okay folks, this is Catherine, your on the spot reporter, and that's all for now.